Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Welcome, family. Come on in, man. Welcome to the Daily Spark. Right? Welcome to the Daily Spark. I want to say great Ujamaa to each and every last one of you. Great Ujamaa. We lifting it up high. Great Ujamaa family. Plug into your culture. Like, subscribe, share. Right? As well as comment. Somebody place our shade in the chat if you feel what I'm saying. Regardless of where you're listening to it at, family. We need to grow. We need to grow. Because the only way we grow is how? That's right, if we grow. So let's get it, family. Now, man, oh man, I guess I'm disappointed. Right? My body is, let me say this, because an elder had to break it down for me. He said, when you're young and your body's able to heal quick, you're able to break it down and build it up to shape it into the form you want. But once you reach that peak and you start coming down the hill, the more work and the harder you work at it, you may be breaking your body down faster because your body's in a state of being broken down now. Right? Because you don't have all the nutrients and it don't heal in the same way it used to. Now, some people have the genetics to where it can do that, you know what I'm saying? But some of us old dudes got to go on and just lay back for a minute. So I'm not gonna be able to do my walk for a minute. I'm gonna have to slow down on the rope flow and the growth, which I think would be good for both of them, because what happens is if I don't give my body a chance to rest, I don't adapt to what I'm doing. So, and I noticed this yesterday, right after Tai Chi practice. I grabbed my bag and I started walking across the parking lot to my car. And I felt something in my leg and on the inside of my thigh. And I'm like, oh shit, what is this, right? And it's, how can I put it? It's not sore, but I know that if I keep on pushing it, it will be. Same thing with my shoulder. It's not sore yet, but if I keep pushing it, I know that it will be, right? So, and also part of it, I'm believing, is because of in Tai Chi, one of the things that we're learning in Tai Chi and Chi Kung, I'm learning how to relax, right? So my shoulders are dropping in a way that they never really had dropped before, right? I'm moving my legs in ways that I never moved my legs in before, and I can hear them cracking, right? Sometime when I'm doing a form or sometime when I'm doing a warm up, and I'm moving in ways that I have never really moved before. So I'm using muscles that I might not have used since I was running around and jumping and climbing and doing a lot of natural stuff. So I'm really feeling it. But anyway, enough about me. This is why Brother Hatim needs a script. Calm down, anime. Family, let me share some of the haikus that I have for you today. Now, another piece that I'm doing right now is, once again, you already know I'm working on a humming, and that's going good. But also, we already talked about the fermented foods. It was something else that I was doing that I wanted to share, but I can't think of it right now. So let's just go on straight into the haikus. I woke up this morning once again and the birds were singing, man. It was a beautiful thing. It said, and I said, if the birds can sing and have faith in the sunrise, I can do the same. Is that man haiku or what? Burdens are heavy when you try to carry them alone with no help. Last one. I am in a tribe. So Ujamaa is a tool that brings much power. All right. So am I haikuing anime? Oh, anime had to give me a thunderclap for that. I'm haikuing. Yes, I am. All right. So now we're gonna jump into it. Before we jump into it, I want to remind you that you are now listening. You are now standing in the congregation of the mighty home of the stubborn minority, place where the place of your calling. This is Gye-nyame Journey Media. I see I'm struggling right now, right? Because I was about to say it, but I had to change it. Of course, this is a Heart of Some production all day, every day. I'm still on that Simba high after that meeting. Well, we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Now, remember what I wanted to tell y'all. So, I'm reviewing some of the Gye-nyame stuff, right? I'm going back through the archives, and I found a secret stash of videos and podcasts where basically I went through all the books. So, I got audios of the books, right? So I'm going back through those and really enjoying myself and remembering some of the stuff, some of the teachings, right? Because sometimes we got to remind ourselves, right? Sometimes we got to slow down and we got to remind ourselves on what we stand. Now I'm like, damn, Brother Tim, you put in a lot of work. You put in a lot of work, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. So now let's get into the lesson of the day, because I'm recording kind of late and young son is over here looking at the TV, ready to turn the TV on and turn it up. You know what I'm saying? So let me go on and knock this out so that he could do his thing. So here we go. Here is the official haiku. Honey in the hive. Bees defend the sweet resource. Bravery is key. Peace and power to the tribe. Today we are talking about Ujamaa. Give it up once again for Ujamaa. Yup. That deep green energy of cooperative economics. The Wolof people have a proverb that hits right at the heart of our struggle for liberation. Ooh, I'm going to try it. Wolof people out there, please forgive me. Actually, I got some Wolof people that I work with. I'm going to have to go on and take this to them and see if this is what is. It's a cool beg lim nim yam. He who wants honey must be brave enough to face the bees. Think about that. We all want the honey. We all want the honey. We want the generational wealth, the beautiful homes, the thriving black-owned grocery stores, and the schools where our children are taught they are kings and queens. Although I don't agree with that. We want the sweetness of life. Well, we aren't begging for crumbs from a table we didn't build. But here's the thing about honey. It is never left unguarded. And I may agree with that one. She's still agreeing, excuse me. In nature, the bees are the security system. They aren't mean, they are protective. In our experience here in America, the honey of economic stability has been guarded by systems designed to sting us the moment we reach for a collective pot. We've been conditioned to be shy. We've been stung so many times by predatory lending, systematic exclusion, and even internal betrayals that we've decided it's safer to just buy our honey in little plastic bears from the cooperative market. But Ujamaa isn't about buying honey. It's about owning the hive. In my book, or my story, The Baba, that I'm still working on, I talk about the realization that the game we often play, the hustle, that focuses only on the individual come up, is actually a trap. It's a distraction that keeps us from the collective power found in the Warrior's Handbook for Life's Journey. True Ujamaa is the realization that I am a green valley of resources. The water isn't just for me to look at. It's meant to flow. If the water stops flowing, the valley becomes a swamp. We have been taught to be reservoirs, to hold, to hoard, to show off what we have as individuals. But a reservoir is stagnant. A valley is an ecosystem. When we apply Ujamaa, we recognize that our shops, our businesses, and our services are hives of the community. Yes, these are bees. There is the sting of responsibility, the sting of risk, the sting of having to hold one another accountable. But without the bees, there is no honey. All right. So now, let me stop here for a second because I need to share with you today. First off, we need to say bye-bye to the ancestral algorithm of yesterday, which said, I reject all scripts written for me by those who do not know my worth. Say it with me one more. Let's say it with me. I'm going to say it one more time. I reject all scripts written for me by those who do not know my worth. And today we are picking up with I release the weight of I and embrace the strength of we. I release the weight of I and embrace the strength of we. I release the weight of I and embrace the strength of we. I release the weight of I and embrace the strength of we. Get it? Got it? Good. All right. So let's keep moving. To truly step into the green valley, we have to use via negativa approach. We need to stop doing more and start shedding the weight. What is the buildup we need to scrape off? It's the false narrative of the self-made man or woman. That narrative is a crusty, dusty layer of ego that tells you that your success belongs only to you. It's a lie. You didn't invent the language you speak, the clothes you wear, or the math you use to count your money, or that you use that's used to run your cell phone. You are a product of a collective. Scrape off the shame of not having enough by Western standards. That shame makes you hide your resources instead of pooling them. Scrape off the guilt of wanting to be wealthy. Wealth is just stored energy. When we hold it together, we can move mountains. Drop the heavy burden of hyper-individualism. It's a distraction designed to keep you exhausted. When you try to be a hunter, the butcher, and the cook all by yourself, you end up hungry. Be brave. Face the bees. Not with aggression, but with organized precision of a tribe that knows that the sweetness belongs to us all. As we move through this day, ask yourself, what can I stop doing that keeps me isolated? What solo burden can I drop so I can fly with the swarm? Ha ha! All right, Anime, thank you for the reminder. All right, family. To dive deeper into this concept, check out the author's page for the full library of Gye-nyame wisdom. The author's page will be in the description. Of course, you can get your Nguza Saba narrative map. You know where it's at, down there in that description. All of this is in the description. Become a supporting member of the Daily Spark. I need you to become a supporting member of the Daily Spark. I need more supporters so that we can spend more time being more creative, right? I want to spend more time doing this. I want to do this. I will be that one if you need me to be that one, right? No, I ain't even need if you want me to be that one because, like I said, so get your map, become a support member of the Daily Spark, rep the principle, rep your principle. You get your rep your principle shirts. We got young people ready and willing to make the shirts for you. And also, join our Daily Spark Telegram group. Come on over, have a deeper discussion about the Proverbs if you choose. And let's build, family. We ain't got nothing else to do. So that leaves only one more thing.
It's the proverb. The proverb of
Yep, the proverb of the day. Proverb of the day. For this reading, we journey to the westernmost point of the continent, drawing from the sharp, pragmatic wisdom of the Wolof people of Senegal. Now, y'all heard it a little bit earlier, but I want to know what it means to you. In a culture that understands the deep, unavoidable relationship between risk and reward, they offer us a flawless law of achievement. And it says, he who wants honey must be brave enough to face the bees. I'm not going to go in there and murder those words again. You got it? But he who wants honey must be brave enough to face the bees. And the question I have for you is, what does it mean to you? And you know what? You are now listening to Gye-nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.